Hello and welcome to another complimentary training from LifterLMS. I'm super excited. I've got the good folks from Store Apps Smart Manager over here. It's Akshat and Tarun. Welcome to the call. I'm really excited to get into the innovation that you folks have built around managing courses more at scale from an Excel-like interfaces. We are going to kind of do a little presentation about that, talk about it. I'd encourage everybody on the call to ask questions. If you're watching this in the Facebook group, feel free to drop comments below the live stream. I'll keep an eye on those. I'll also post a link to the Zoom over there if you want to jump in and join into the actual Zoom from Facebook. And then if you're here on Zoom, there is the comments box. We've got the Q&A box as well. So we'll take questions if anything pops into your mind. And also I'd encourage everybody to stay to the end. We are going to be doing a LifterLMS giveaway. So somebody on the call will we'll draw a random attendee who's live on the call at the end for a LifterLMS free year of an add-on, which is $120 value. If you already have LifterLMS or you want to apply it to something else, we'll hook you up in a different way. So stay to the end. Store Apps Store Apps Smart Manager. How do you guys want to start? Take us into the presentation, and Akshat, Tarun, let's see what we got.
So first of all, guys, thank you for having us on the show. So it's been great to connect with all the awesome people here who are attending. So actually, this is not we consider as like normal webinar, like where people comes from about traffic acquisition or getting sales or conversions, but this is more about how people can better manage their time, how they can save costs. So we hope that people here are tuned to something new, something different or exciting, and we hope that you all get some valuable thing out of this webinar in the next coming few minutes. Yeah.
Cool. Well, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to do like a screen share demo, or how do you want to go forward?
Definitely. So, Tarun will like to present the product demo of Smart Manager and how it can be managed with using how LifterLMS courses can be managed using Smart Manager. So, before Tarun goes into the demo, I'll just give a quick background of Storas actually. So, actually, we are official WooCommerce extension developers, and we are in this business past 11 years. So Smart Manager was our first product which we launched. So considering what people had, some people or clients had a problem of editing products. So let's say they had around 150, 200 products on their portfolio. And at that time, they had to go to inside each product to do the make the changes, whether they want to change the price, description or something. So we thought that this is a big pain point, and in the coming years, as it is now 10 years down the line, there are thousands and millions of stores which are having a portfolio in hundreds and thousands. So what we decided that something we should give to the users so that they can manage everything from one place. It becomes easy for them and something they're already familiar with. So when we thought about it, how about using Excel like spreadsheet for this? Because Excel shows you the data in rows and columns and becomes quite easy to edit and make the changes. So that's how Smart Manager came into existence. We began with products, then we added orders, coupons, then any WordPress post type you name. So like there will be subscriptions, bookings, memberships, all can be manageable from one place. Whether you want to edit in bulk, make changes directly, want to export, duplicate, all is possible. We do also have support for all the courses, quizzes, assignments, lessons for Lifter LMS. So that is the integration thing. So I guess Tarun to take it over from here and get forward. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Akshat. So just to take a bit more for the introduction part. So in Smart Manager, what we have done is how we can make the job simpler for the store admin, or it can be like you don't need a store manager to manage your site. Initially, when the site is launched, it is with two products or two courses. But once we extend it, or once the site grows, it becomes very difficult and time consuming to manage those things. That's what Smart Manager is for. And one more point extending before I just start the presentation. It is like Smart Manager is kind of smart. We call it Smart Manager because it will automatically detect all the custom post types. So LifterLMS creates custom post types like courses, quizzes, engagements, memberships, everything, right? You don't have to do anything. Once your data is there, Smart Manager will automatically detect it from your WordPress database and it will let you manage it without you doing anything. So there's a zero setup tool, that zero configuration tool, wherein you don't need to do anything with regards to it. You just need to activate the plugin. That's it. You're ready to use it. Right. So I'll just share my screen. Give me a moment. I'll just go ahead and share my screen. Yes. I hope the screen is visible, right?
Okay. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. So this is the Smart Manager, the dashboard. Once it has a separate menu in your WordPress dashboard. Once you activate it, you have to do a one-time connection. That is, if you're buying the Pro version, you have to do a connection, one-time connection to Store Apps and authenticate yourself. That's it. And then you will see this dashboard. Now, whenever WooCommerce is activated on your setup, it would by default go to the products dashboard, right? So what is a dashboard in Smart Manager? This entire stuff that is looking like a table or an Excel, it is a dashboard that we call it as a dashboard, right? Now, there are certain layers in this. I would just like to quickly wrap that up. So this first bar is called as a navigation bar, wherein you can navigate to any dashboard. What do I mean by dashboard is it will automatically list all the custom post types here, and you can just simply click on it and that would be loaded. It is simply like your WordPress dashboard that the different post type gives you. You can switch it from here within a single page. You don't have to navigate to different pages for actually managing all this stuff. So I'll come to this part. Then it is the navigation bar has the search and everything, wherein you can do some search. You have a settings. Then comes the action bar, wherein all the actions are there. What actions you want to take? So you want to add, delete, any crude operations that you want to do on the data that you can do here. You want to bulk edit, you want to export, you want to do show hide columns, hell number of things that can be done from here. And this is the main grid wherein you would see your actual data. It's simply like Excel. You can, play around with the columns like this. You can sort the columns. If you want, you can just sort the columns like this. It will do a database sorting. So if you want, you can do a database sorting immediately and then export that list. Okay, so I'll go through each and every functionality in a bit detail, right? So this is about Smart Manager, right? And let's go to courses, right? So we'll lift their elements, right? So I've just created some sample courses here. It will display all the courses meta information here. Okay, the actual detailed meta information will be segregated into different post types that the LifterLMS is creating. Okay, now here by default it will load you some columns that it thinks that it is useful for you. Some columns from post table, some from post meta, some from your taxonomy automatically. Okay, you don't have to do anything. You can directly start and go and play around with the stuff, right? So what I'll do is, if you want to add a course using Smart Manager, okay, now it's not as detailed as LifterLMS gives you from beneath, but kind of an overview level wherein it will tell you how many courses you want to create. You can specify the number of courses that you want to create. Let's say if I create just one course, it will automatically add an entry here with, let's say, test. What I'll do is I'll just add a name to the course. Let's say it's a test course that I've just created, and the status will be draft. If I need to assign any category, I will say, okay, it's kind of a writing thing that I'm doing it now, and then I'm just saving this. Okay, so once I save this, it will automatically get saved, and the course is saved. You don't have to do anything. It is not live because it is in the draft status, but if you even publish it, it goes live on your store. That is one thing, right? Now, if I need to, so let's say if I need to just, instead of creating a new one, what I need to do is I need to duplicate this uh, course that I already have, right? So what I do is I'll just check this and I'll just go here. I can even duplicate all the courses that are there in my database or in my site, or I can simply duplicate any one of the selected or few of the selected courses that are there. So once I press this, it will just tell me that this will duplicate all the records in post, meta, and related technologies. So it will not go to the custom table level, but it will do a basic level of duplication for you. And that's what it will do. And then Once I have pressed duplicate, it will also tell me something known as continue in background. What do I mean by continue in background? Let's say you are duplicating an entire store and your store is having 500 courses, 600 courses. So it will take you a couple of minutes for Smart Manager to duplicate it. So if you don't want to get stuck to this screen and if you want to have the process run in background, you can simply say continue in background. It will continue the process in background. And once the process is done, it will also mail you on the admin email that, okay, hey, the process has been done. Go ahead and check out whether all things are proper or not, right? So this is how efficient it is. Now, if you see here, it has already created a duplicate course with a kind of a prepended text known as copy in the title. So if you want, you can, edit this text also. Let's say if you can edit it just like in Excel. So if I just say, let's say copy one, and I can edit it. So you see here some red icons that come up. That is like these are your unsaved changes. And basically you need to save them. So you can do any number of changes just like this. So let's say if I just need to move this out of the technology category, or if I just need to add one more difficulty here, let's say I just call it as a beginner. And if I just save it, so all the changes will be saved and those changes are automatically live. You don't have to wait for it. For complex fields like instructors and everything, which are actually stored in a complex data structure like serialized or JSON format, it will also give you a JSON structure like this. Okay, you can also extend it and add your own mapping or your JSON map file that will automatically respect that mapping and give you editing based on that. So this is how it is. Here you see some blue icons, that is the edit and the view part. So if I'll just move this down. So if I click on this, it will basically open the course in a new tab, the editing window of the course. So if I just click on this, it will just go to a new window and it will open that editing part of the course in the new window. So why we have given that? Just because if the grid is not enough for you and you want to, kind of have the same functionality, you would just like to edit it there. So you can also go ahead and edit it from the Smart Manager. Any other details that you want to edit it from that you are unable to do it within Smart Manager or something that sort of. Hardly there are any fields that you cannot edit using Smart Manager, but still we have given that kind of link. You can also view the changes. So we have view links wherein these changes can be viewed directly on live on your site. So how the course is looking on my site. Is it looking proper? Are there any CSS changes are needed or no? One more thing, just like your WordPress Gutenberg editor, we have currently have the normal WYSIWYG editor that was previously there in WordPress. So if you want to edit any content, that is the description of the course or the excerpt of the course, it also gives you beautiful editors like this directly in line in the grid. So you don't have to worry anything, okay, for editing any HTML part, I have to go and visit the editing. No, you can edit it from here and it will be beautifully done, right? Let's say if I just need to upload some media. Now this media, it will give you an overview here that, okay, this is the featured image that is set for the course. Now let's say if I just need to upload a media for this, if I click on this, it will open the WordPress media library itself. And from here, let's say if it was a photography topic, I've just inserted one image there. If I just select it, done. So it's already uploaded to your site. It's done. It's attached to your course. It's live. Everything done in just a single click. You don't have to do anything else, right? Now, let's say if we need to manage the store, right? So for managing the store, you will say, okay, Tarun, you explained me about adding the courses, duplicating the courses. But the main part or the main pain is, how do I search? How do I actually do things in bulk? That's where Smart Manager will ease your pain. So let's say this is a typical normal Google like full text search, wherein if you want to type anything, you can simply type, let's say if I type photography, so it will do a full text search on the entire columns and it will give you all the content that is matching each and every column. But this is not specific. This will not give me results that are needed for me to actually do any updates. So let's say if I need to find all the beginner courses. So I want to find all the courses that are having a beginner level. What I'll do is I'll just simply click on that toggle. That will enable the advanced search. What do we mean by advanced search? Advanced search is something like you can have more complex conditions. Something like, let's say the difficulty is intermediate or beginner, and your course title contains photography, or your course title contains this and that. So you can see the list of all the fields that are there in the courses that are automatically populated here. So you don't have to do anything. You just need to say, okay, let's say if I say difficulty, um, sorry, yeah. So if I say difficulty and if I say a beginner, right? Let's say if we just start with some small basic condition, if I just click on search, it will give me all the things that are there at the beginner level. Now, if I need to further drill down this search, or if I want to say, okay, you know what, do one thing, give me all the things that are in this and that are also free. So let's say my title contains free. Okay, so I can do a kind of a full text search or a matching kind of a like search here also. Uh, so I can do it this way. So it will give me only this one. I'll say, okay, no, do one thing. Give me all the courses that are free or difficult, right? Difficulty level is beginner and free. Or so for ORing, you would need you can add another group of condition that is there. So for that, you can simply say, okay, so my title, let's say, contains photography. And if I just search here, so it will give me all the results. So it will do an ORing between the groups and ANDing between one group also. So that's how it is. Now let's say if we say that, okay, this is my condition wherein I would like to now update some things here, that this is my search result. Now I'd like to update. That's what the basic requirement normally occurs when you have a huge store. So what I do is I'll simply check all these things. Okay, I'll simply click on this header checkbox. Header checkbox means I can either update all the records in my store or all the records in the search result. Now, once I click on bulk edit, it will say either you want to update all the selected items or you want to update all the items in the search result. By default, Smart Manager will load 50 items in one page, right? If you want to load more, you can simply, it's like an infinite scroll wherein you can just click on that and it will keep loading, keep loading, keep loading. But if you don't want to select all of them and if you want to just hit an update to all the products or all the courses records that are there in the search result or something, you can simply do that. And let's say now you can also update the feature image, that is the thumbnail ID from here. Or let's do something simple. So what I'll do is I'll just say status and I'll say set all the status to draft. Okay, once I click on update, it will again say, okay, you want to continue in background. I can continue in background or it will keep running. Okay, because this was a very small task, I didn't do that. Right now you see these things are already in draft. Now this will not be visible to the front end, so it automatically pulls the courses out from the site and it will make you change the status to draft. That is one thing. Now what if I want to save this view? Normally what is the requirement is, let's say if this is one of my view that has been created, that this is an advanced search. Now suppose one more thing that I would like to show you is there are certain columns that are given here. Now if I need to just show height some of the columns that are there, right? So let's say I don't need author, I don't need difficulty, I just need difficulty, I don't need edit links, I don't need the content, I need title, this, status, and I need the name. Name is the slug, so I'll not need that also. I'll just simply update it. So what it does is this is my view that I want to work with on a daily basis, right? Now, Smart Manager is smart enough again. What it will do is if you just move out to any other dashboard, let's say if I move out to products, okay, now I have not saved anything, okay, my view was there. I will think, okay, my view would have been lost. Now, if I just go back again to courses, it will give me the same view again. Only the advanced search will get lost, right? So that is one thing. Now, if I want to also save this view, let's say I have Akshat in my team. Okay, I don't want Akshat to get access to all the dashboards that are there in Smart Manager. What I would do is I would simply go ahead and create something known as custom views. Excel also gives you a selected kind of a custom view that you can create views that are there at the database level also. Similarly, concept, we have created custom views. What I need you to say, let's say if I say I'll give it a name like Akshat, or if I say courses Akshat, right? So if I give this as a name and I have an option that whether I want this view to be publicly available as in whoever has access to Smart Manager can access this view, just like any other dashboard. Or if I just want to give it to only specific people whom I like to, then I'll do that. Okay. Now I'll just create it without the public access for now. It will say, okay, the view has been created, right? And that has been done. Now, once this is done, I'll just, okay, it didn't refresh. Sorry. So I'll just refresh it. Yeah. So here it would also give you we have just created some sections here that in all saved views, all post-its and everything. So here you would get some the views, you will have an access to this. Now, if I want to actually restrict this view to only Akshat's email or something, right? So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and I'll just go to the settings. It will open in a new tab. What it will do is it will just give you all the things here, right? So let's say I want to give it to all the students that are having the access to Smart Manager, or if I want to give to only Shop Manager, I can simply search the view here. I'll say, okay, I'll say courses and I'll say Akshat, right? Now, currently we are also working on one more functionality wherein not based on any user role, you can also give access to any particular user or any particular user email, right? And currently you can give access to any particular user role, including customer user role. So if LifterLMS has created these all user roles like instructor, student, LMS manager, all are automatically available. You don't have to do anything. And once I just simply save the settings, now when Akshat goes to his account, he would only see that one entry in Smart Manager and he would be able to work with that, right? Similarly, once you have saved this view, and let's say now the next part is if I need to export some data. Why export needed? Let's say if I need to have a list of all the orders that are there, right? So I'll just move to a view that is orders that is there in LifterLMS, right? So I've just placed some sample orders here, okay? And here it will show you the order statuses also in a beautifully colored pattern wherein it will, highlight you, okay, this is my completed payment, this is my pending payment. These are some sample orders that I've created. Now, if I just simply click on export, it will give me an export it list of all the orders in a CSV format, right? Not only that, now if I want to export only orders for a day or orders that are in a particular status, I can do a search and then I can export it. Just like I did bulk edit or creating views, I can make changes in the view and then export it, and the exported data will contain only that data that has been displayed in the grid. So it will kindly create, basically it will export the entire snapshot of the view that is there in the grid at that moment, right? The next thing was, let's say, when we were working on the courses. So this is the orders thing. Now, I would like to show you one more functionality, which is the delete part. Okay, so for that, I'll just move ahead back to the courses. Okay, now if you would have seen, once I'm traversing between different dashboards, it also automatically judges and it also automatically calculates and keeps in mind, okay, these were your recent post types that you have visited. So don't have to scroll every time or search every time. If I'm switching between coupons, orders, or products, it will make a handy list of last 3 visited dashboards. Similarly, it will also do that with the views once you have visited any one of the views. Right. Now, let's say I'll just show you the delete functionality, right? Now, this was a duplicate thing which we have created by, we would like to just delete it. Now, if I just simply move to trash, now if I move to trash, it will give me a warning. And if I just say yes, it will move to trash. Now, in Smart Manager, we also have a setting wherein you would like to view the trashed records or no. In this, I have not kept it on. So it's a hidden database setting wherein if you on it, it will let you view all the trash records also, right? That is one thing. And next thing is, if I just want to permanently delete it, this would be permanently deleted from the database. So it would be no backup or it would not be there in the trash and you cannot untrash it. Okay. So once you have kept the setting for trash, you can also untrash it. So basically you can restore that course again into your kind of list once you have trashed it. So that is one thing. Yeah. Next one is, so I explained export, I explained custom views. Columns was one thing which we explained. So here, one more thing that is there is, just like I explained in the beginning, that we can, toggle like this. If I want, I can just improve the height like this, or reduce the width like this, or something that sort of. I can also sort it using the ID or anything. So this is sorted using in the ascending order. This is in the descending order. If I want to sort any other field, I can do that. So all the non-featured images will come up. So I can, sort that also. And I can export it in the sorted format also. If you want, you can also export it all the draft statuses aligned in one line and then the published thing. So that also can be done. Yes. The next one is what I would like to explain is, so we visited orders, we visited. So now I'll just explain you coupons. So in LifterLMS, just like other post types, there are also coupons that you can give to your customers to have a discount on your courses if you want to have, right? So it will, just like any other field, it will also have, it will also give you the same kind of fields wherein you can manage your coupons as well. And not only coupons, if I show you all the things that are there from LifterLMS. So let's see, we have sections. So I'll just visit each dashboard for a moment. So here it will have this kind of the section. So here it will also give you a link like, okay, this is the parent course that is there. So this is the parent course in which it has been linked. So let's say if I want to have, okay, one course is having how many sections? If I want to know that, I can just simply search with that ID in the sections dashboard, and that's it. And I can export that also, or do any of the changes in this. Similarly, if I want to see how many lessons are there, right? So currently it is like 50 of 99 lessons, right? So I've created more lessons here for a demo purpose. If I just click on this, load more, it will, load more lessons also, and it will list on all the lessons here. So here it will have all the lessons that are there, right? And similarly, here it will also have kind of the title and the parent here again. So if I want to search a particular lesson, which course does it belong to, and on what date it was published, whether it's published or not, something that sort of. So I can do that as well. And with regards to engagements and memberships, so I have not created any membership as of now, but you can certainly manage any things like this. Now, I would like to highlight one point here is, let's say I'm going to courses, okay? Now I'm unable to see all lessons. I'm unable to see any field. I'm unable to see a column here. What I'll do is I'll go here, I'll click on this, I'll try to search a column from here. Let's say if I need to find a comment. So it will give me a column here, right? Suppose if there is a meta information of the lesson that is not available, or you are hooking in some other plugin, an add-on of LifterLMS that is providing another field to the lesson post type, right? Now you would automatically not find that here. What the Smart Manager do internally is it will try to read it from your database, right? So if the data is not there at the database level, then it will have some issues there as well. So what you need to do simply is you just need to edit the same field for any one of the course or lesson from your default WordPress standard kind of interface. And once you have done that, there is one entry that is there in the database, and automatically Smart Manager will look up that field and it will present you here along with the correct data type, and that's it. Then you will be able to show the field here, and you will be able to kind of manage it without any issues, right? So this was one thing. Similarly, I explained about the views. So I'll just go back to the views once again. So if I just go back to the views, now this is a view that was accessible by Akshat and by the person who has created it. So because I created it, it is accessible to me. Now, because I have created it, I also get an opportunity to actually, basically a feasibility to actually update or delete the view as well. So what do I mean by update is I can change some columns. So let's say if I say I don't want the difficulty column, I'll just update this. I'll say, okay, update the view. If I need to change the name of this view, I can do that as well, or I can simply update it if I just need to this. Once the view is updated, this is done. And then basically I can delete this view also. So if I no more need the views for management purpose, if it was only for a temporary purpose that I had created, I can also delete this, and I can delete this view. So that was also be done. So it will delete it, and it will automatically redirect you to your earlier dashboard that is there. So yep, I guess I have covered majority of the things. Any questions?
That's awesome. Wow. I just want to say, Tarun, I'm blown away. Like, because I'm actually a non-developer. I have an engineering partner and developers on the team, but I can never really do anything at the database level. But you just made that possible for everybody, because we all know how to drive spreadsheets. And I just think this is an amazing innovation. We've got some questions coming in. Well, first, just to clarify, I believe this was, I think this might have been Jan's question. So LifterLMS has its own e-commerce system. When you were looking at the orders post type, LifterLMS also has an optional integration with WooCommerce, which also has orders. So the question, I believe, was if we're using WooCommerce to sell Lifter courses, but we're also selling non-Lifter products, can we do all the order magic just like with LifterLMS, but with WooCommerce?
Yep. So you're referring to non-course products that you want to sell with WooCommerce, right?
Yeah, like the WooCommerce orders, if you wanted to export those, or.
So This is LifterLMS orders. This is the normal WooCommerce orders that are there. I don't have anything currently in the system, but you can manage it just like that. So it's any post type that you can manage.
That's awesome. That's super cool. And you guys kind of started with WooCommerce, is that right? Like from, or where did this start?
We started with WP e-commerce previously when WooCommerce was not born in 2011.
Oh,
We
okay.
started with WP e-commerce. It was there for a year or something, and then 2012 WooCommerce launched. It was in a beta phase, and we started working with WooCommerce. And then it's like we entirely built it on WooCommerce, and we also went one notch higher. We also have done completely like any post type. So if I want to manage my media, so I'll just show you that. So if I want to manage my media, I can do that using Smart Manager. I don't need to rely on the WordPress things. I can simply delete it in bulk. I can do edits in bulk. I can do update the alternate tags like the alt text in bulk. So that can be done. Similarly, I can manage my pages, my post, everything from here. So it's not only on WooCommerce, it's basically your manager for WordPress. That's how it is. Yeah.
That's super cool. I mean, I'm so excited because it's one thing if you have a one course website, but when you have big sites with big media libraries, maybe tens or hundreds or even thousands of courses, you have lots of just stuff going on and you need to manage, or, oh, I need to change this category for like 77 courses. Like you can do this fast. This is super cool. We got more questions from the audience coming in. Let's see. So the question from Jan is, he's kind of got like a database of books and learning materials for a certain job type worker. And basically he's got a complex site. It's using Buddy Boss and a lot of custom post types and custom fields created by Toolset. How far can Smart Manager go in terms of detecting whatever post types Buddy Boss might create or custom post types that have been built by him?
I would say with regards to detecting the post types, it should be able to detect any post type.
Okay.
So that's how smart it is. What to give you a brief about the technical things. So how is it working is it will depend on your data. So if you have one record for a Buddy Boss or a custom post type, a CPD that you have created, just like a course is also a CPD that we have created. Right now, one course, I just need to add one course from my normal WordPress UI. That's what I need to do. After that, Smart Manager will read that. Based on that data, it will detect the data types of it, let you manage it, detect the custom taxonomies, detect the data type for it, and let you manage it. So it should be able to read any post type that is getting added to your WordPress thing without any issues.
That's awesome. We had a question around quizzes. I don't know if you have any quiz data in your demo, but is there anything you can show us related to that? LifterLMS quizzes.
I have not entered. Okay, I have one quiz that was there by the example. Yep.
So you can get into those as well.
Yes.
Cool.
So I can go into the quizzes as well. And one more thing, let's say I would just like to add one thing here. So let's say in my title, if I just need to, I'll not do it with quizzes, but I'll do it with courses because there were more than one courses. Sorry to interrupt you. Can I go ahead with that, Chris?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say if I just need to copy fields, so if I need to copy this title into this, I can do that easily. So I can do it just like Excel. So I can just drag it from you. So once I drag it, it is copied. That's it. And I just need to save. You don't need to do anything. Just like Excel. It is purely like Excel, right? Only the formula stuff is not there. We are also working on adding some formulas there so that, just like Excel, you are used to Excel, you have no learning curve for Smart Manager. That's how it is.
I think that's super cool. That's super cool because people are, have invested time in their life learning Excel and Google Sheets. So this, to me, it looks like I know how to drive this, even though I haven't done a lot with it. It's like, it's very intuitive. So good job.
Right. One more thing that I would like from other courses to my one of these courses. So let's say I'll just give one demo for that. right? So let's say if this is my field, that is title, okay? And here there are multiple options. If I need to set to, prepend, append, search and replace, I can search and replace also the text between there. I can copy from, I can copy the value from any courses that are there. That is, I can copy it from the other courses, the title, or we have given one more functionality. If you want to copy it from any other field, so, sometimes it normally happens in CPTs. What happens is by mistakenly, if you have imported and the import suite is not working properly, and if it has updated the data in a wrong field, or if you want to transport the data from one field to another, you can do that also without any issues. You simply do that for all the courses or all the records for that course type in your store without just at a single click. That's how it is. Now, if I just want to show you copy from this, so if I say, you copy from this course template, so I'll just click on update and it will copy the title from the course template. So it will make the title of this also as course template, and that's how it would be done. So it's done. So similarly, you can copy custom statuses, you can copy the difficulty, that is the category, anything. So you don't have to every time select it or edit it. You can also set in one product and then copy it across the fields or across the products or across the courses. Yeah. That's also super useful there.
That's cool. And maybe you've already answered it, but I just want to ask, Claire had a question from the chat about moving content from one course to another, like let's say a lesson from course A to course B. Can you do some moving around of things?
Course A to course B, currently what we have done is we have not given that much of a compat, but one thing that it does automatically is here there is the course ID. So if I just simply change the course ID, it will be moved to that course. So
that's cool.
let's say,
yeah.
So yeah, that's how it is. So I can simply drag this like 282. I'll just type it here. I'll say, okay, this is my 282. That is it. And I just want to drag this to all my courses that are there. And that's it. And I'll just save it. So it will now these are a part of this course that is 282. That is one of the course that is there. So it's already moved.
Wow, this is so cool.
Yeah.
What, tell us about, I'm trying to kind of find something that you've learned in large WooCommerce sites that maybe large LMS sites people could get inspiration from in the ways that people use a tool like this or what it does for their team, or yeah, like what's like some of the best I call them mic drop moments where somebody has like, oh my gosh, I can now do X with my WooCommerce site that might inspire some LifterLMS people.
Yep. One thing, not specifically to LifterLMS also, but it's for any e-commerce site also. Normally what we have observed is during the festive season, you have to slash down your prices. So for LifterLMS also, there are prices for the courses and you want to give discounts, bulk discounts. One way is you can give discounts using coupons. You will create a coupon and then your customer would need to actually enter the coupon everywhere, whenever on the checkout page, or you want to have auto apply the coupons. That is one thing. Now, if you want to actually slash down the prices, it becomes really difficult that, okay, my price is $100. If I want to reduce it by 25%, I need to do the math and human errors come into picture, right? Smart Manager has been extremely helpful there. We have received comments from numerous customers wherein if they want to update the prices of all the products or all the courses, and they just select it, and then they would say, okay, you know what, you just updated to slash down the prices by 50%. I don't need to do the math. The math will be done by the software. So that's how it is. Or if you want to, let's say, set the price, the sale price of the product of or the course that is 50% down, 50% down compared to the regular price. So that also you can do without any issue. So I'll just give you a quick demo of that as well. So I'll just go to the products for the moment, and I'll just say, okay, this is the price of the product. So I'll just, what I'll do is I'll just go click on bulk edit. I'll say, okay, what I'm saying is I can have multiple actions also in the bulk edit, just like in advanced search. What I'll say first, what you do is, because my sale price was blank, what you do is first you set the sale price to my regular price. That is one thing, right? Next, what you do is, because you have set it to regular price, now what you do is you slash down my sale price let's say decrease by 50%, right? So once I click on update here, so it will automatically do that, as it will set the sale price first to 11, and then it will slash down by 50%, that is around 5.5. So then it will upload that price. So that is also done without you doing the math and without you worrying about, okay, I have to calculate for this product, then for this product. So this can be done for courses as well. So I'm just giving an example of the products here. So yeah, so this is one of the things. One other thing that Smart Manager can be useful is also in maintaining or managing your site. So sometimes, many a times, when you're starting with a site, you have some junk data that is getting added to your site. You have some test courses that you would test with, okay, how is it looking? How is it not looking? So we also had few customers wherein they had created n number of test cases or test data that was there, that was kind of junk that was there in your system. Now, any WordPress dashboard would allow you to delete or trash the records, let's say maximum 20 or 50 based on the screen options that are, but it's too slow, right? So there, if I've created, let's say 10,000 of such test records, how would I delete it? One way is I'll go at the database level, but if I'm not pro, I'll not like to take that of a risk with a live site, right? So that's where Smart Manager trash records displaying also comes into picture, wherein you can display trash records, search it using the status, delete it all at once. You don't have to worry about it. So
That's
that
awesome.
was also one of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Is there anything with user management in here?
Just a sec. Sorry, I forgot to update that. So yeah, just like post pages, any post types, you can also have users. So it will show you a user, and you can also change the role from here. So you can make it administrator, author, LMS manager, anything like that. You can change any other details that are there, just like your email ID and everything. You can export this list. Many a times, if you have your email marketing system where you want to export a particular role of users, that you want to export all your students. Let's say I want to shoot a mail to all my students that are working on these courses, that there's a new course coming up. So I can simply search it and export it. So that is also there in Smart Manager. Yeah.
Very cool. If it's all right with you, could you pull up the Smart Manager website and just kind of walk us through how what people need to do to get started?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just quickly do that. Just a moment. I'll just do that.
And great presentation, by the way. I appreciate that. I was just like, wow, this is my mind just kept getting blown, and especially around like large, more complex sites. Like you run into scale issues of managing the site, and if you can do a lot of things in one place versus opening a million tabs and trying to edit everything individually, it's a really cool innovation.
Right. Okay, I'll just yeah. So for Smart Manager, I'm just sharing my screen. Yeah. So this is the StoreApps website. Once you go to storeapps.org, this is the homepage where you would land. Okay. Now, you apart from Smart Manager, we have other plugins as well, known as Bulk Variation Manager. This is one of the plugins using which, let's say you want to create multiple variations for products. You can do it in one click. Just like you have bulk edit, you have bulk creation of variations. We have other plugins. We have our analytics software known as Butler, that is also there. That will, segregate all the reports from all the transaction info from various payment gateways and list you there. There are other plugins as well. So once we go to Smart Manager, this is the page wherein it was kind of we have created an annotated image wherein what each functionality does. So this I have already explained. That was there. We have recently made some UI changes, so that's why the screenshot was not updated. That was one thing. And yeah, for purchasing it, for buying it, you can simply go to Smart Manager and then the pricing, right? And if you're coming from LifterLMS, you will already okay, this is not working. Maybe I'm on full screen. That's also not. Yep. So these are the plans that we have. So it's like one site. This is annual plans that we want to have. That's one site or 5 site that is there. If you want to go for lifetime, pay once and forget it. You can go for the lifetime plans as well. So this is the 479 for kind of one site lifetime. and this is $4.99 for 5 sites lifetime. And once you're coming from LifterLMS, so we have a special offer running on. So you will get a 25% off once you're coming from LifterLMS for any of the plans. So that's also cool. Yes.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Tarun, Akshat, that was awesome. And I want to thank everybody for coming in the audience. And we will, of course, be making this available as a video on our YouTube channel and on our webinars page. And you'll also get an email if you registered for this webinar. So if you want to watch it again, you'll get that email. And we are going to draw our winner. And that just came up. It's Claire O. Mahoney. So shoot us an email to team@lifterlms.com and we will hook you up with your winnings. So I'll just put that email in the chat, team@lifterlms.com. And my hat's off to you, Tarun and Akshat. This is an awesome tool. Thank you for integrating LifterLMS. You know, I was just talking to somebody yesterday who was building a kind of like a Udemy clone, and it was a big site, and they already had, they're migrating off of a different LMS, and they have, I think it was like 1,000 courses or something like that. And they need to be able to do things like in bulk like this. So this is, I'm super excited about this innovation. Thanks for your contribution to the space, not just to LifterLMS, but to WooCommerce and WordPress. And you know, some of the, you know, WordPress is awesome, but the thing that makes it so special is the ability to, you know, what the community brings to make it more usable in different ways is so cool. I want to thank you for coming on the call. Any final words for the people, or any last words from you guys?
So guys, once again, thank you for having us. So it was a pleasure actually to integrate with LifterLMS, and we are like on a mission to provide as many valuable products to the entire community who are using different products. It's a digital world, it's more like a transformation. So we want to help as many users as we can through our products to deliver value. And being LifterLMS being one of the greatest platform for the courses and all, it was really good to integrate with the software. And yeah, we have, as Mr. mentioned, there is a special offer to all LifterLMS customers who want to buy Smart Manager. And we do also offer agency licenses as well. So for big sites, there is a special offer going on from them as well. And yeah, if any person has any doubts, they can reach out to storeapps.org for support, and we are ready to help and raise any of the doubts anytime quickly. Yeah.
One last thing, what Akshat added apart from that, so guys, start purchasing Smart Manager. We have cool updates coming up in the line that is there in the roadmap. So we have one update that is surely going to change my whole life. It's like, apart from managing post types, it will also help you manage any custom taxonomies. So like LifterLMS categories, LifterLMS tags, LifterLMS difficulties, anything. That will also have a specific dashboard for that. So we are already in the final stages for that, and we'll be launching that soon. Other important update that we are already working on is with regards to undo some of the updates or showing in a history log of all the changes that are done. So it's not completely like an audit log plugin, but it is like, if I want to undo a change that was done previously, I can do that. So we are also working on that part and other cool updates that are coming on in the line. So yeah,
that's awesome. So thank you very much, guys. Storeapps.org. And thank you everyone for coming. And I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Chris. Bye-bye.